I'm Eddie. I'm 24. I'm actually 23, turning 24 this October. I go to UNM, and I used to work for T-Mobile before I got hired by them. I remember going to work, and I was so nervous for some reason. And that's the thing. I don't know why we have to be nervous about something like that, right? When you're joining the union, it's kind of like you're coming out of that closet, you know. Kind of like the first time that I told my parents that I was gay, I felt as nervous as that, or even more.
Chanel. Lay down. My name's Jerica Croxon, and I've worked for T-Mobile for the last 3 years. Do you want a treat? Will that make you be good? T-Mobile does really put a fear in you that you will have this X on the back of your head if you were to join the union.
My name is Luis Castañeda, and I work at T-Mobile Manal. They tell you things that make you have a bad impression of the union. I thought that they were bad employees that didn't want to be there, rebellious employees or whatnot, until T-Mobile was forced to send out a notice to all employees explaining what your rights are and what your employer can and cannot do. And that's when I realized that, you know, I had been used by upper management to oppress union members at work. They would say things like, you know, just, hey, keep an eye on them. If somebody else joins, you know, come and let us know ASAP. And one of the things that, you know, the notice said was, your employer will not keep track of union activity, will not make it seem like we're keeping track of union activity. They will not tell you that you can't, like, wear your shirts. Several things that it said that had actually been, they had been doing the opposite. So I just realized that I had been fed all of these lies, and it made me, you know, sort of upset that people were fired, and I had something to do with it.
The fear is so strong, it's palpable. So many people are reluctant to talk to you. They won't stop and take a flyer. They won't meet with us. They won't be public in the union. Many people who sign cards, who believe in the union, they're afraid to go public because they fear that T-Mobile may do to them what T-Mobile did to me.
I was sick and I did have to have time away from work. The note from the doctor was faxed by their office 2 days late. Typically you don't see T-Mobile firing people for that small of an infraction. It's very hard to organize here, and I would say it is because of the fear. I also think it's the negativity that T-Mobile starts from when they actually train people. I think we had one team meeting where a coach, I remember her specifically saying that once you sign in, you can never get out, and you know, you're pretty much signing your life away. They also made examples of how much you would pay and how much groceries you could buy in a year with that money for your family instead of paying dues.
No matter how well you're liked or how fast you move up in the company, they will come after you if they think you're part of the union. They put me on a suspension, and I was supposed to come back basically with an action plan saying why I should get to keep my job.
I know that a lot of people in Wichita are afraid to be public union supporters because they fear what's going to happen. 2 weeks ago, we had a group of supporters who were going to collectively wear t-shirts. We had maybe 10 or 15 people who were going to wear t-shirts that day. We ended up having about 4 people wear t-shirts on that Tuesday. And the reason that the others were afraid is because their assistant manager, allegedly he said that they would have a very uncomfortable time at T-Mobile if they were to exercise their union rights and to come out and wear t-shirts publicly. To stick your neck out and try to unionize, you know, against a company that's actively running a harsh anti-union campaign, that's ultra risky.
I really hope that we are able to get a union in there.
There should be some open dialogue to it, and if you don't want to join in, that should be your option, but you just shouldn't be oppressed for that.
I think our generation, as we mature and as we get adult, you know, become adults, we want to fulfill our dreams too, and the union is a tool or a resource that we can use to reach those dreams.